Alright, what's up YouTube? Good morning. I hope everyone had a good night's sleep. Today we're going to talk about the bullish reversal and how the daily triggers the weekly. And this is one of my favorite setups to trade to the long side when I feel like the market is trending up. And this is related to the Strat. For those of you who don't know the Strat, go out to YouTube. There are a lot of great teachers out there. I'm just going to show you a piece of it, and that's the bullish reversal where the daily triggers the weekly. And so these are the four setups that I'm always looking for. This is my favorite price action by far on the Strat. You can also do it to the downside, but I am more or less leaning towards bullish continuations or reversals, because shorting right now in this market just isn't working the way that I would expect it to, but that's a different story for a different day. So let's focus on this, and let's take a look at how we can benefit from this. So this right here is my setup for Thinkorswim, and I have multiple time frames here for the year, the quarter, the month, the week, and the day. And basically what we're looking for is that price action that's going to help give us our edge. And whatever that is up to you. You have to define that. No one else will do that for you. But for me, this right here is what I am looking for. And let me explain how this kind of works, because once you understand and see this, it hopefully will change how you trade. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to load a study on here for the Strat, just so you guys can see this. And let me clear this off and explain what this means, because without that it's just a bunch of noise, right? So once I know that my setup right here looks good on these time frames, I will drill down into this area right here where I have a weekly and I have a daily, and I will get to the point where I can see that this was a great trade, a 3, a 2, and then we reversed right here. So going into this right there, that would have been my trigger, okay? And with that, with every trade, you also should have a stop. So you can mark that here with red or whatever you'd like to do. Again, I'm a visual trader, so I like to know that this is my stop right here. But here's the trade. 3-2 reversal. Take the trade right here, and then as this trade works for you, you know you're going to find that you have targets that you can reach. And so this would have been a target right here, this 1962. But what's really cool about this trade is that not only can you get triggered in here on the daily, but if we end up coming up above this 1974 area, which is right here, right there, well, right there, okay? If we take out this area, and I'm just going to take this target out really quick, if we trigger past this area right here, you can see then on the weekly here that we have the potential to trigger the 2-2 bullish reversal back up here to possibly take out this 2035. So that is what I mean by the daily triggering the weekly here. So right there, that is what you're kind of looking for to trigger the weekly players in as well. That's all it is, guys. You're just triggering people in. That's it. And then I'll mark this as orange right here to show me that there's a potential that not only could we trigger those people in, but we also could run to a second target here. Doesn't seem like a lot, but if you understand how to act and trade this, you will not only trade better, but you'll trade longer and you won't be using your intraday charts to get in and out as much, because this right here is a good trade. Let's take a look at another one here. One that's potentially setting up for next week. If we look at DICS on a bigger time frame here, DKS, you can see on the year, the quarter, the month, and on the week we have full time frame continuity. So let's drill down into the week, and we can see on the week how we're kind of setting up this 2-2 possible 2 reversal back up into this area right here. And if we look at the daily, you can see how we are forming this kind of a base right there, because buyers are stepping in as well. So next week, or maybe today even, heck, maybe today we trigger right there, because the trigger on a 3 bar is 131.81. Maybe we trigger this and we start the move for next week. So that's another way you could do that. Let's see if we can get one more here. Trying to think of one that would be exceptional. Let's talk about a better one here. Target. Target's a good one. So yesterday Target ended up coming in here. This was our previous low. This was our trigger, this 172.98. Clear this off. And so we know that once we triggered here, that we had the ability or the possibility of coming up here and triggering these weekly players in at 175.44, and you can see that we did that, and now we have a target up to here for the week. That's how the daily triggers the weekly in. Alright, I think you get the point. Let's go to FinViz, and I'll show you how you can do this if you do not have Thinkorswim set up to do your custom scans. So if you are in FinViz and you really believe that the NASDAQ has room to run, and this is something that we talked about the other day, because we really think that the NASDAQ has the potential to get back up in this area right here. Whether or not it does that, we don't know. No one knows that. Market can do whatever it wants to. But let's go into the screener here, and we can sort this thing by volume. So I click that twice, and you can see here that when you move your mouse over the ticker, it gives you this nice little pop-up. And so now that we know what price action we're looking for, this right here, right, we can apply that to the window and try to find one that is set up for us. Now, we had a really good move yesterday, so I don't know if we're going to find one today. Let's drill down into this a little bit deeper. So for instance here, Silvergate Capital, look at how this thing went in, and then we did a 2-2 reversal back up. That was a good one. But we're trying to find one for the today. Shop was another good 2-2 reversal. Google, same thing. Google was one that we actually took, because we went 2-2 and then we hit our first target right there, and we're out of the trade that quick. Come on, give me a 2-2. Why are you not giving me a 2-2? Even Carvana went. AT&T would be a 2-2 or 2-1, or is that a 2-1? But you can see how this price action is right there. It's not a very big target, but it still applies. Let's see if we can find a better one. Microsoft, here we go. There it is, 2-2. And so if we get alerted here at $270.99. This is our trade. So let's bring up Microsoft here. And you can see right there we've got that 2-2 price action. And for me, I am going to set this alert at 270.73. And then if we could get going here, we have the possibility of doing a 2-2-2 continuation and taking out the 276.76 area on this. So 276.76 would be this previous high right there. And that is going to be an orange line for me for the week. So there you go. That is an example of how you set up your trade for the day. You get this alert, you don't even think, and you just take that trade, and then right here, that's your stop. And you can make this a red bar, just like that. Now you're set. And then be sure to add this to your watch list as well. That's it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment or message me. And until then, live, laugh, and love. Talk to you then.